Sunday, first Sunday of Lent. 5-minute mom. So I'm going to attempt to keep it at 5 minutes. I don't have a whole lot to say. If you're still watching mainstream media, why? I mean, the amount of truth you're going to get there is none. You won't get any of it without spin. You'll be lucky if you get any of it at all. At this point, it's just all blame and politics, and nobody takes responsibility for anything. We just pass the buck and blame the other party, and that's how it is. So I would say I've been getting some pretty wild information in my texts that I get from like the handful of people that I know in real life, and I attempt to verify what I can with the situation. I'm out now that it's not like below freezing, and even when it was, I was texting my neighbors. I'm out talking to my neighbors. I'm out talking to people, and we're all kind of saying, what is ERCOT? Nobody I know had ever heard of that agency before this past week. What other states have regulating power electrical agencies like this? Do we have agencies regulating our food in a similar manner? Yeah, how are things handled for just the basic necessities of life? Maybe these are things to look into. I'll put a couple links for things in the description that you can look at as far as like what's happening in Texas, because if it happened here, it can happen other places. I mean, it's sad to say, but I didn't know that we had experimental like climate engineering programs going on in the United States and around the whole world. So so supposedly those were shut down, a few years ago because of concern about the damage it would do to the environment, to manipulate the environment, to manipulate climate, even for experimental purposes. And also that out of fear, that there was an ethics question of, could this be weaponized? Good. So as one of my neighbors said recently, it kind of makes you wonder about all those crazy cabal conspiracy theories. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? It kind of does. Because when Texas has to pay an outrageously high emissions tax, basically for going over our emissions cap, when we have to pay pay for extra, purchase additional allowance because we're going over our emissions during a life and death deep freeze situation, and decisions, you know ahead of time that you're going to have to pay that. And decisions are based on money. Like people's lives are in the balance, and decisions are based on whose pocketbook this hits. You kind of wonder who's running the show. So, and it's pretty crazy. So I would say, get to know your community, get to know your neighbors, get to know your local community, and people need to just start talking about this. Forget about who you voted for. Get over it. Like, so you don't like Trump, so you don't like Biden, so you voted third party, so you didn't vote at all. We as Americans have to move past that at this point and start talking to each other, because we all want basically the same thing. Freedom, justice, the ability to work and earn a fair wage, the ability to protect and feed our families, the ability to, everything. We want what is in the Constitution, most of us, and we're willing to work for it. So, so we're going to have to get out and start working for it. This is not one man's battle, it's our battle. And there's a lot of crazy stuff going on right now, so I would stay as close as possible to the Sacred and Immaculate Hearts of Jesus and Mary, and entrust everything to Mary's care. That's what I would say. Our health, our finances, our country, our vehicles, our homes, our pets, everything. Entrust everything to Mary's care. And that is my recommendation to you today. And you know what? Don't ever stop questioning. Don't be afraid to question. If you're still watching mainstream media, Fox, CNN, ABC, NBC, PBS, any of it, all of it, if you're still watching that, don't be afraid to question that narrative. Make them give you primary sources. Go look up primary sources yourself. These things are out there. Like they're government documents that are out there that you can look at yourself. I don't watch any of it because I don't need the psychology that's behind it in my head. I don't need the marketing and the manipulation of all of this in my head. Because here's what it comes down to. I very firmly believe, and we all should pretty much wake up to it, that those who are wealthy and in control wish to stay wealthy and in control at whatever cost. They don't care about the environment. They don't care about being good stewards of the earth. They don't care about going green. They don't care about human life other than their own. They don't care about any of this. The wealthy and powerful want to stay wealthy and powerful at whatever cost. So if they're talking about greening things, and they're talking about protecting people, and they're talking about making things fair and equitable, they're doing it so they can stay in control. They're doing it so they can make more money. So as they say, follow the money, you'll find the corruption. I don't even know if that's an actual saying. I just kind of said it. Sounds good though, right? Something like that. Anyway, enjoy your Sunday. God bless you. Good measure, packed down, flowing over. Like and subscribe if you like my little updates. And know that I am praying for all of you, my handful of viewers. And send me a text, send me a message, comment, and I'll drop some links in the description of the video for you. So just maybe some primary sources, some people I follow for news, because even though they're satire accounts, they put things in that are newsworthy. So that's it. I hope you have a wonderful, peaceful, relaxing day. And I hope that you are all safe and warm, and that you have your power and your water, and that you're thankful. Find a reason to be thankful today. And get out and talk to people in your community. God bless.